In Puerto Rico and other parts of the Caribbean, there's a dish called pastelón. Basically, the Caribbean person's answer to lasagna. I found a way to make it the deconstructed version. Instead of ground beef, we use chopped up smoked brisket with garlic mojito sauce, chopped up plantain, cheddar parm sauce. We ladle the cheese on top as opposed to baking individual casseroles. That's our second seller, probably followed by our mac and cheese. My name is Chef Luis Rivera Jr. I am the owner of Father and Son's Kitchen and Barbecue. We got the smoker loaded with a couple of briskets, racks of St. Louis ribs, pork shoulder for smoked pernil. We first started selling barbecue in 2021. We got invited to the Gun Hill Brewing Company. I started as a barbecue sauce manufacturer right at the onset of the pandemic. What ended up happening was the food quickly became a hit. I invested in my first smoker in 2021. It's a small 11-foot smoker. We finally decided on getting our 30-foot trailer. Our number one seller by far is the brisket. I do a very traditional brisket. It's basically fresh cracked black pepper, sea salt, a little bit of red pepper flake. We call it the newspaper rub. Simplicity is the key. I try not to do a whole lot to the meat. Let the smoke be like the showcase for the meat along with the rubs. We season the pernil with a wet marinade and then we put it on the smoker for 8 hours. We do a regular North Carolina to almost Kansas City style St. Louis spare rib with a traditional all-purpose American style barbecue rub. We have the classic barbecue sides like coleslaw, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread, but we also have arroz con gandules, which is yellow rice and pigeon peas. We're from Puerto Rico. This is not like your traditional barbecue joint. We do what I call American barbecue classics and Puerto Rican favorites. I'm not saying that Caribbean people invented barbecue, but the way that barbecue entered the United States has definitely strong ties to the late 1400s and the 1500s. And a good friend of mine was a cook at a nursing home. I'm tired of hearing you complain about your job and you're always talking about food. Why don't you go to culinary school? I got nothing to lose. So I became a college freshman at the age of 36. Hands down, it was the best decision I ever made in my life. My wife, God bless her soul, said we should speak to the Puerto Rican people with some new products. That's how we ended up coming up with the spicy guayaba barbecue sauce and the passion fruit barbecue sauce. Our barbecue sauces actually have no artificial syrups. They're made with pure fruit pulp, real guava pulp, real passion fruit pulp. When I started making barbecue sauce, my oldest son, he was between 3 and 4 years old. We would have all the ingredients and the spices and I would teach him how to measure. And he'd be standing on a stool. I would have him mix the mixture. Part of the story would be, and still is, that at that time, my son was helping me make this sauce recipe. This is an actual photograph of my son and I stirring a pot. So we also have the silhouette of El Mojro de San Juan. That lets you know that we come from Puerto Rico and we're coming to you. So we're Father and Son's Kitchen and Barbecue for that reason. We're just really grateful to still be in business after nearly 5 years. We really appreciate the support from our local people here in the Bronx, Westchester, and beyond.